Some sad news today. I went down to my local camera store for its holiday event, and I got to spend some time with the Fuji XM5. If that camera's firmware has the firmware that's supposed to fix Fuji autofocus, especially in video, I'm sad to report that it ain't working. It does not fix autofocus, especially in video and tracking in video. Now, it could be that camera has pre-production firmware. The camera isn't released yet, so it's possible that firmware isn't accurate as to what's coming out in a week or two that's supposed to fix the autofocus. But I would have a hard time believing that a camera this close to a launch date, at a sales event with reps from Fujifilm wouldn't have the most current firmware. So unfortunately, I tend to think that the next update isn't going to fix the XH2 and XH2S and the other Fuji cameras. Fuji just has not gotten past Canon EOS R level autofocus, and the autofocus ain't fixed. So sadly for me, that means I can't really use Fuji cameras reliably for video when I need autofocus. They just aren't good enough yet. I would love to just sort of be invested in the Fujifilm system for a lot of things. I made a whole video about the XH2 and how that compares favorably. It sort of slots in between the Canon R5 and R5 Mark II and almost like tips a little bit towards the R5 II, and how that's like a very compelling professional option. But unfortunately, that was all caveated with if they fix the autofocus, and it seems like they haven't fixed the autofocus. So, fingers crossed that was a pre-production model, and I'm wrong that wasn't the firmware that's supposed to fix the autofocus, and there is a better version of the firmware coming out. But just wanted to kind of give that impression, give you my first impression there and my hands-on experience with it. I'll put some video clips here so you can kind of see.
Thank you.
The green box does not stay on whatever you click on to track, in like wide, non-tracking modes. It does weird stuff, and the box will go focus on the background. All the stuff that they were supposed to fix that it looks like they didn't. I think that maybe, if they really can't fix it, it's a processor thing, it's a hardware thing. Either you announce that and you come out with a new generation of X-series cameras, or you kind of just make it clear the X-series cameras they're only going to be for photo, and you kind of let that die out, and you just focus on the GFX, where the current version of autofocus is very impressive for medium format cameras. In that class, it's almost game changing. And then you slowly kind of gradually fix the autofocus and improve the autofocus on the GFX to the point where that can actually be used in professional situations where autofocus is needed. Would be pretty sweet if you could use those Fujinon zoom cinema lenses with autofocus on those cameras. That would be game changing. And I wonder if that's not a better use of their resources than trying to scramble and clearly not succeeding at fixing video autofocus on their more consumer end cameras. Have you gotten to try the XM5 at a holiday sales event day yet? Did you have a similar experience? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.